Okay, this is the 3rd? Yeah, this is the 23rd part to how white folks got so rich. And in this part, we're going to be talking about minimum wage, the minimum wage law. Let's get into it.
Now, I already told you people, first one's free. Then what I say? I said I will shut that shit down. No exceptions. Now, I don't know what kind of lying assholes you've been dealing with, but I'm a man of my word. First impressions are important. I need you to know me. So, back to it. Oh my God!
So, we're gonna get right into it. I was just reading this quote. Let me start with this quote. There's a quote at the end of the part, end of the section, by Frederick Douglass. Shout out to Umar Johnson for his work in the conscious community, in the black community. He says, Frederick Douglass's quote says, "America is false to the past, false to the present, and solemnly binds herself to be false to the future." With the condition that America is in right now, you could tell what his future holds. I don't remember reading this part, but I got a few parts highlighted. I'm gonna read the entire thing, but it's very, very short. It's very short. It takes the bottom of page 62 and the top of page 63. So let's get right into it. The 1938 Fair Labor Standard Act established a minimum wage for the American worker, but the original law excluded workers in laundries, hotels, hairdressing shops, restaurants, domestic service, and farms, again, where blacks were concentrated. These are areas, these job titles is where a lot of black people, a lot of the jobs that black people took up, that's what concentrated means. For those of you who don't know, again, those of you who are conscious, who are watching these videos, don't be so harsh on people who are just waking up, man. Everybody doesn't move at the same pace. Okay, just wanted to point that out. I know that you don't think that you're better than anybody, but whenever somebody's learning, slow down and keep up with the rest of the people. And if you don't like this channel, go over there to somebody who's faster, somebody who's more your speed, somebody like Pharaoh Allah. That's a good page. I don't agree with a lot of the things that the brother says, but the brother is, he's putting the information out there for his people, and that's all that matters. So finishing up on this, at least half of all black workers in the South were excluded. It outlawed child labor for whites, but not black children. Okay, because a lot of the black kids were still on plantations picking cotton. 1938, and this is after, I believe this is after the Great Depression. I think the Great Depression lasted for let me look that up. Let me see about that. Okay, the Great Depression lasted from from 1929 to 1939, so about 10 years, depending on when it started and stopped, because it could have been October 29 to maybe February 39. That's not really 10 years. That's about 9 years, close to 10. But but yeah, it's when you see there's videos on YouTube. I'm gonna have to find some, put them in the description box. But there are videos where they have like a picture slideshow, and there's pictures on the internet. You can look it up of what do you call them? Immigrant children who work like barefooted in sweatshops and things like that. But they now work was hard for everybody back then. Okay, because the industrial age, I guess that's what you would call it, industrial revolution, was just kicking in, and people were getting used to machinery. A lot of these people, a lot of these immigrants, they look back at that time period, and it's only that time period, the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, and till what, maybe the 1940s, 1950s, somewhere up in there. These immigrants, they complain, and they whenever we talk about our struggle, they want to say, well, we struggle too. You only struggle for a short time. No one is denying the fact that you struggle. Quit trying to explain away our situation, as being slaves in this country. When we talk about us, there's no way you can compare what you went through to what we went through. Everybody throughout this entire country has ancestors, all the way up into grandparents who have struggled. No one is denying the struggle that any of you have been through. What we as pro-blacks who are combating racism, who are combating white supremacy, our purpose is not to just bitch and complain about what we went through. Our purpose is for you to realize that this country is being destroyed by white privilege. Now, on an egotistical point of view, when it comes to seeing black people, with more roles in Hollywood, not having just a movie with a black person in it and he's the only black person in it and he gets killed. Major roles. You see what I'm saying? That's us coming from an egotistical point of view. And at the same token, showing you the white supremacy there. We can start our own black institutions. You know what I'm saying? We can start our own black everything. But when we do that, we'll be called racist for trying to build something of our own. Okay? But, that's a story for another time. But let's see where we are here. Okay, I'm just going to continue. I was going to say something. I'm not going to say it. By 1943, the average black family in the rural South made a third of what poor white families made. In the city, blacks made $635 a year. Today, which is estimated to $8,430. Wait till you hear what it's compared to. While whites made $2,019 a year, which is today estimated to $26,800. If you want to hear those numbers up close, that's 8,000. Might as well say 9. Well, $8,500 a year, black people, to 27,000 white people making a year. Okay, this at a time when the basic cost of subsistence. This was at a time when the basic cost of subsistence was $1,200. Today's value $15,900. Now, subsistence. For those of you who do not know what this word is, what this word means. Here we go. Subsistence, the action or effect of maintaining or supporting oneself, especially at a minimal level. Chiefly law, definition 2, the state of remaining in force or effect. Okay. Income needed for subsistence. The means of maintaining oneself. Okay, yeah. So basically, what this is saying is what the average of what everyone it was supposed to be making by law was about that much. But yeah, that's the end of that. So when it comes to minimum wage, you see that you had privilege there as well. There's no denying the fact that you all operated in white privilege, and you continue to operate in white privilege. I am going to make a video explaining the truth behind white privilege. I'm just going to give a few facts in there, because I'm actually thinking about making it into a book. Because I want to debunk everything that the white Jewish boy, I forget his name, let me look him up on YouTube. Let's see. Ben Shapiro, I guess that's his name. But I'm going to do my damnedest to debunk everything that this white boy said. Now, let me explain white and Jewish to you. White and Jewish are the same thing when we're talking about the skin tone. You still have the same skin tone. Jew is nothing but a religion. Jew is the person, like a Christian. Okay? That's like saying white people and Christians. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't sound right. So when you say he's a white person and he's a Jew, what makes the Jew different than the white person. How do you know the white person doesn't practice Judaism? Jew is just a person who practices Judaism. Okay? Matter of fact, let's ask Oxford English. Okay? What a Jew is. A member of the people and cultural community whose traditional religion is Judaism and who trace their origins to ancient Hebrew people of Israel. Okay. Now, that definition is very misleading. That definition is very misleading because when you say African American, how can I be called an African American if my ancestors didn't come from Africa? Okay. What if my ancestors were already here? What if my ancestors were let's see, Indian, or or Indian, and black just married into my family or got introduced to my family, and that's why I'm the color I am. Okay. A Jew would be someone who practices Judaism, right? If I looked at a white person and he told me that my parents are Jewish but I don't practice Judaism, right? Is that white person still a Jew? Because his parents practiced the traditional Judaism or Judaic system of spirituality. I don't think so. If I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying, we can talk about it down in the comment section. But I had to speak on that because that is a issue that a lot of us have, especially when we talk about black people being in movies and other forms of entertainment. The quickest response that you would get from a white person is, well, there's a Jew. That doesn't mean anything, because we know that there are whites and Jews alike who are combating each other as rulers of this earthly rulers in this this white supremacist system. And when we say white supremacists, we're not just talking about Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? Because the white Jew came from the exact same place that the white person came from. You all came from the same place, and you're dividing each other. You're all the same color, but y'all just got a different texture of hair. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna end this video right here.
You still there? I don't know. It seems like you're trying to speak, but you just took a hell of a hit. I just popped your skull so hard, your eyeball just popped out. And it is gross as shit. God, I'll find you. Oh, hell. I can see this is hard on you guys. I am sorry. I truly am. But I did say it. No exceptions. You bunch of pussies.